All right, imagine you take your car to the mechanic. He forgets to put oil in it. The engine blows up and his shop goes out of business. 2 weeks later, he's the service director at the dealership right next door. Lazydays is dead, dissolved, gone. But the people who ran it, they aren't going down with the ship.
It's not that simple. They just didn't hire the person. They bought a database. They bought the secrets. And honestly, if I were General RV, I would have done the exact same thing.
We got the email. You asked the questions. Is it true? Why did they do it? And does this mean General RV is inheriting Lazydays problems? I'm John.
And I am Rhonda, and we are the RV Watchdog.
Let's cut the rumors. We've had viewers blowing up the comments asking if General RV actually hired the top brass from Lazydays. Yes or no?
It's a hard yes. As of December 12, 2025, General RV officially announced that Amber Dillard has joined their team as a corporate sales director. Until last month, she was a chief operations officer, or a COO, of Lazydays.
Wow.
She ran the day-to-day operations of the company that just liquidated $143 million in assets and delisted from the NASDAQ.
Okay, so that brings us to the elephant in the room, or maybe the elephant in the service bay. Lazydays failed. They went bust. Why in the world would General RV, a company that claims to be the premier dealer, hire the captain of the Titanic?
General RV is expanding aggressively.
They just opened that massive super center in Fort Pierce, Florida.
Exactly. And where did they get that store? They bought it from Lazydays. General RV bought 3 specific locations from Lazydays Carcass: Fort Pierce in Florida, Longmont in Colorado, and Mesa in Arizona.
Okay, they bought the building, so what?
Amber Dillard spent 13 years at Lazydays. She was the VP of operations before she was the COO. She knows every skeleton in the closet of those 3 buildings. She knows which salespeople actually sell and which ones are dead weight. She knows the local zoning laws. She knows the inventory mix that works in Longmont versus Mesa.
So they didn't just hire an executive. They hired a user manual for the dealership they just bought.
Bingo. It's called intellectual capital. When you take over a distressed business, you usually spend 2 years figuring out why it was failing. By hiring Dillard, General RV Sales skips the learning curve. She can walk into the Dover, Florida office on one day and say, fix this, fire him, call this vendor. It's a shortcut.
It's like buying a used truck and hiring the guy who built it to maintain it. But, Rhonda, I looked at the comments and people are angry. Lazydays left people with the issues, broken warranties, and unreturned deposits. How does General RV justify hiring the COO who presided over that mess?
That is where we have to separate the operator from the operation.
Yes.
Did Lazydays fail because they didn't know how to sell RVs?
No, they sold plenty. They failed because they ran out of cash.
Right. Look at the 10K filings. Lazydays was crushed by debt and interest rates. They had a floor plan trap. The interest on the unsold RVs was eating them alive. This is a capital structure problem, usually created by the CEO and the board of directors. Amber Dillard was promoted to COO in September 2024 when the ship was already sinking.
So they brought her in to bail the water?
Sounds like it essentially. She was the crisis manager, and the General RV knows that. They aren't hiring her to manage their debt. They are hiring her because she knows how to squeeze efficiently out of the dealership. And look at her background before operations. What did she do?
Says here, internal audit.
Internal audit. She's an auditor. Think about the FTC's new junk fee crackdowns. Think about the compliance issues we see every day. General RV just hired someone whose professional DNA is finding mistakes and fixing compliance. In a way, she's a shield against the very regulations that are threatening dealers right now.
Okay, Rhonda, that makes sense for General RV. It's a smart business move, but I want to talk to the people watching this who are sitting at home with a Lazydays RV that they can't title.
No, and this is the part that hurts. When General RV bought those stores, they executed an asset purchase agreement. They bought the stuff, the land, the inventory, the lifts. They explicitly excluded the liabilities.
Translate that.
It means the old Lazydays, the entity that owes you a title or owes you a refund, is a ghost. It's dissolved. General RV has the assets, but they left the debts behind in the bankruptcy court.
So dealer goes to work at General RV on Monday, but the customer she have dealt with 2 months ago at Lazydays is stuck fighting a liquidation trust.
Sounds frustrating. Exactly. It creates what we will call a liability air gap. The knowledge and the people move on, but the legal responsibility dies with the old company. Customers need to understand General RV is not Lazydays. They are a competitor who feasted on the remains. They have no legal obligation to honor a "we owe" slip from Lazydays deals signed in 2024.
So here's the verdict. Question 1. Is it true? Yes. Amber Dillard is with General RV. Question 2. How does she help? She's the cheat code for the new stores they bought. And question 3. Why hire from a failure? Because General RV separates the talent from the bank account.
It's a ruthless, efficient corporate move. It consolidates power. General RV is telling the industry, we aren't just buying your locations, we're taking your best people too.
But for you, the consumer, it's a reminder. Loyalty in this industry only goes one way, from your wallet to their bank account. So when the ship goes down, the executives get lifeboats and you get wet.
If you are dealing with a General RV location, especially the new ones in Fort Pierce, Longmont, or Mesa, remember, the sign on the door changed and the boss is the same.
Now, if you want to know exactly how dealers hide those junk fees that an auditor like Diller would look for, you need to watch the video right here. Rhonda, break down the prep fees scams that cost you thousands. So, adventure is calling.
And we must go.